Greetings, folks. Welcome back to Let's Play Romance of the Three Kingdoms 12. In English, no less. I am your host, the mysterious JG. And it's been about a week since I last recorded. Haven't really been looking forward to getting back to the game because I'm at a section of the game that is a bit frustrating in a way, a bit difficult. The cut road tactic is one of the things that has given me the most grief in my efforts to play the game on higher difficulty levels off camera. Well, higher difficulty level, I should say. And at this point, in the last video, where I suffered some setbacks against Yuan Shao, hasn't gone public yet, which means I haven't seen audience feedback. So I don't know if people are doing something that I haven't had a lot of in this LP, that I get in my other strategy game LPs, which is everyone assuming they're way better at the game than the LPer is, and constantly criticizing their performance. Or if people are just actually kind of interested that there's a bit more tension now than there was when I was just steamrolling over lesser forces. Either way, folks, I hope it's the second one, but, yeah, we're facing what, unless Liu Zhang really makes some major gains while we're trying to contain Yuan Shao. And ironically, that is the biggest threat to us after Yuan Shao now, is the famously inept Liu Zhang. But he does have some good officers who work for him, and they are the ones who are at the front lines. I mean, they've got enough force here that they could try something on Chang'an. Although Chang'an has a pretty good draft going, I believe. 3,500 a turn, yeah. It's a lot more officers than Liu Zhang has overall. But, no, if Liu Zhang makes some really major gains and I suffer some setbacks and lose a lot of troops dealing with Yuan Shao, I could be in trouble. I don't foresee myself losing to Yuan Shao. Unless, again, I get some real problems. I mean, I'm in the middle of the map. Nobody has more hostile forces on their borders than I do. Liu Biao only has one hostile force to deal with because he's in an alliance, if memory serves, with Liu Zhang. Liu Zhang's only hostile force bordering him is my own force. Liu Biao's only hostile force bordering him is Sun Ce. Sun Ce's got Liu Yao and Liu Biao as hostile forces, and Yuan Shao is not bordering anyone but me. I, on the other hand, at this point, have no allies. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forces on my borders. So, some of the best cities in China here in the Central Plains, but it's a dangerous starting point for that exact reason. So in order to deal with that, I could go back to the business of trying to get alliances going with some of these other groups. I don't know if that's possible, but a big thing I really need to do is get back the city I lost. Sadly, because of the cut road policy, I will not have the option of doing that really on this turn. As I got into explaining last time, the only cities where I can march troops out of are cities that were not on the border with Yuan Shao at the beginning of the turn. And since he's taken this city here, I could now send troops out of this city right here to attack, but I've only got about 2,500 troops there, and I'd be outnumbered more than 2 to 1, and they would have the option of sending reinforcements. So it really that just wouldn't work at all. I'm just kind of, I can't afford to have frontline cities with no troops in them. There's really no place from which I can afford to just send lots of troops away. Liu Biao will attack if I show weakness, so will Liu Zhang. Even Sun Ce. I could probably afford to take some troops out of here. Leaves me with over 30,000. He'll come back. Because ultimately, these guys are not Sun Ce is allied with these guys, not these guys. So I can only be attacked by one city at a time. That's one advantage I've got here. I can only be attacked anywhere except Chang'an I can only be attacked by one city's worth of troops. I can't have 2 sets of officers commanding troops attacking me. Somebody pointed out recently, I think it's Feathered Fan. I should probably check on my rank periodically, but no, I can't auto-promote. My rank hasn't gone up since the last time I promoted people. Reward-wise, got some people whose loyalty isn't as high as it might be. I also have some prisoners up here that I want to get back. Let us not forget the noble officers. Guojia! Oh, I forgot. Guojia has been captured. That's really not good news at all. But frankly, there's not a whole lot I can do on this turn. I can't really attack. Nobody is working on new Wappets, though maybe somebody should be. Let's get you working on the catapult. And let's transport the catapult out of here to this city. And you know, maybe even a few troops wouldn't be a horrible idea. Hold on a second, I got 70,000 troops here. Over that many there, but if I wanted to retake this city, yeah. I want to retake that city. I mean, I could let him hold that for a while and attack one of his other cities instead, but I want to retake it back because I want to get Guojia back. For that reason, I think I can probably have Lu Bu transport and stay and bring a catapult unit. Maybe a couple of troops with him too. Meanwhile, if I got any cities where not everybody's working, I got a free officer here. Oh, I got 13 officers here. That's part of what's going on. Got a guy here who's not doing anything. Or have I got cities where there's land that's not being worked over here? Well, I got more officers than facilities here because, of course, all my officers were treated here. I'll never be able to hire him, so there's no point. I suppose I could get somebody with the fine skill if I have one, and looks like I don't. You are working the plot, and you have an intelligence of 13. Seems unwise. Liu P we just picked up. He's not doing anything yet. Oh Lord, can't move to some other city? What are you, nuts? So apparently I have an officer here who's not doing anything. You are not doing anything. So we'll have you work there. But yeah, I mean, I've been very busy with the CPA prep stuff. Obviously, I'm no longer uploading a video a day from this series. I am making a new video public every day. And I warned people that I wasn't going to be able to maintain a pace of non-stop uploading for this series because I was going to get into my CPA exam review stuff. But, so, yeah, I don't want to hear any complaints on that score. But, yeah, indeed, at the moment I'm not uploading at the rate that I had maintained earlier, which is too bad. But I think, oh god, there's not a whole lot I can do. I just need to end the turn. And when, hopefully all my guys will arrive. And next time, if I get some troops in here, and some troops here, I can have Lu Bu's group lead an attack from here. And have these guys assist. And we'll take this city back. And, you know what? We might... Well, I'm not going to be able to take this city here, because I've only got one entryway into it. There's a reason this city is so hotly contested. It's one that has, like, it's kind of a confluence of roads going through here, so once I take it and get plenty of troops here, I can either move into Ye or try to move into Beihai. Or whatever the heck the city is called. It's not called Beihai at all, is it? No. Let's end the turn. Luyan. What about Luyan? Do I have an officer here who's not working? I don't think I do. No. Fernanda, the pay window. Don't know what he's saying. Could be very important. I just don't know. It's my turn. I got some troops out of the plunder. This guy found some donut holes in GFP. Something happened that I missed. DUP arrived someplace. And I finished some research on something. We got a great big convoy riding through the night. And who's got news? I think we hired somebody. Hey, we hired one of Yuan Shao's guys to work for us. This is actually a real thing that happened to Yuan Shao, some of his officers, including the famous officer Zhang He. Famous nowadays, sadly, for all the wrong reasons in the Dynasty Warrior series, but he was outside. So, we're just in a much better position now because we can attack wherever we want. Like if I were to lead an attack out of here, would Lubu be part of it? Yes, so Lubu has arrived. And the siege robots have arrived. But let's not rush things just yet. Let's go to reward, punish, rank. I'm just checking that periodically now because it does impact how many troops you're allowed to have, which is a good thing to have maxed out, really. We're still trying to hire some of those officers who used to work for Ma Tang and are now reluctantly working for we got Cao Cao going on, possibly a fool's errand to hire that guy. In the meantime, if you're just working a market, probably rather have you working a barracks. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you, Joshua. So I'm feeling a little vulnerable down here now, but these two guys are not going to work in tandem against me. So I should be okay, especially if I keep my defense at 100, and I'm not doing that. It's not at 100, so shit. Let's get somebody... Let's get you working on that. Meanwhile, what are you doing here, the finder of lost loves? You're looking for whatever you can find. So probably mostly wasting your time. Let's get you working on the plot instead. Yeah, so this is making me nervous. I don't want to start losing ground to Sun Tzu all of a sudden. Let's automate everybody here, get working on whatever is your best thing. I mean, in the overall scheme of things, I seem to be doing just fine against Yuan Shao. I've still got I've got almost twice as many troops, got a lot more gold, a lot more officers, but it's just I've got so many other pressures on me, and he's just got me to worry about. But we do need to get rolling. We do need to start making as quickly as possible. I want to start coming back from the little deficit that we put ourselves into there. I want to check one thing. How much food has he got? He's got 174,000 food. We've got more food than he does now. That's actually good news. For a while, that was one of our biggest disadvantages. He had more food stockpile than us because we've been using it a lot more. We've been involved in a bit more combat than Yuan Shao, who has expanded from his starting point, but not to the same dramatic extent we had. But indeed, we are going to be sending out our best dudes. Ally increased defense, increased zone attack, and siege attack. Deals damage to surrounding enemies versus low intelligence war unit. Kind of surprised at some of the choices we're being offered here. Why are we getting... Who could we get instead of Zhu Ling? Well... I could try to use Jun Yu. He's got fire attacks, but... I'll be using him in pretty much the same situations where I would also be using Lu Bu or... who is it? Zhu Huang's techniques. Deals damage. I mean, these are the ones that actually decreases the... You use the technique, and it literally directly kills enemy troops. And burning through a lot of food with this, though. Let's go straight to it. Well, Chen Liu, they want me to do something with... What do you want me to do with Chen Liu? Oh, I'm already here. Okay, well, I got all my bunch of dudes walked out of here. You know, I'm going to be pretty short of officers here when all is said and done. Oh, I've got a guy there who wasn't doing anything, and that's what they were worried about. And that's a good thing for them to bring to my attention. So I'm glad they did. Meanwhile, the Finder of Lost Loves. You can't hire Yuan Shao. Probably wouldn't want it anyway. Now they want me to look at Luyan. Income minus 272. How can my income be negative? Because I've got officers here whose salaries are more combined than... Interesting. Well, I mean, I think I can afford that temporarily. Okay. Now I need to make up my force of other dudes. So let's get these guys to come back, get a little revenge, and hopefully reclaim, hopefully we'll be able to get back what was taken away from us. Which would be, the... I can't remember the name of the officer now. Gubojia. I'm more concerned really about that than the city. So Yuan Shao will definitely send out reinforcements. Even if we lose this battle, we should be able to inflict a lot of casualties, and hopefully this will all work out to our advantage. I would really much prefer to win this, of course. It's a fairly even fight. Let's see, 85 plus 45, that's 90 plus 4, we got about 130,000. They got 75 plus about 55, so that's 8 plus 5, so they've got 13,000. So we have a pretty small advantage here in terms of peoples. And even though we're attacking from a different direction, it is the same battlefield. Unlike Chang'an, this one does not appear to have multiple maps. So, and we have Inspire. We have one shot of Inspire, because we used some Inspire last time, even though we failed. We have significantly better officers, at least in our main force. Our catapult guy here doesn't have the best lead score ever, but... Oh, he's sending out Gonggung Zan against us. I think, Jihao Dun is going to be more than a match for Gonggung Zan. It's weird that Zhu Ling is leading when we have like the Cao All-Stars in our army, but lost a few seconds there. But yeah, let's roll. So I will leave I'll get Jihao Dun and Cao Ren riding out together to I might leave Yue Jin and Gan Ning here to guard the main camp. Or no, I'll bring them up here. No need for them to be... Nobody can sneak past them if they're up here, and they'll be in a better position to reinforce if it becomes necessary or useful. Somebody was upset that graphics suck sores, everyone looks like they are in a big mosh pit. You know, I didn't design the game, so I shouldn't take it as a personal affront if anyone attacks it, but no, I'm trying to, like, what are you comparing it to? Like the RTK-10 hex system where units stood next to each other and poked each other with spears to damage each other? I mean, a big fucking clusterfuck 2nd century Chinese melee probably would look a little bit like a mosh pit. Oh, you know what? Get everybody else moving a little faster. They don't need to be moving at the same speed as the catapult. Would love to get them in a big old battle outside of the their own city gates, but otherwise, you know, if they turtle, which it looks like they're starting to look like they're gonna turtle, and if they do that, well, that could cost them also. If they just decide to turtle, they're gonna have no maneuverability, and I've got more numbers, and I've got an inspire policy. Not to mention that I can just have Lu Bu get in close and use his flying general once against when he's got a lot of units adjacent, do a fuckload of damage that way. I wonder at this point if I need to just bring in everybody. Oh, here we go, I hear. They must be shooting, yeah, Zhu Huang. Somebody saw Zhu Huang and is trying to poke at him with arrows. So Zhu Huang, take that and then get out, because you're taking losses and you're not able to inflict any damage back. They got a lot of archers. So yeah, they appear to go with an archer-heavy strategy with the intent of turtling. Sure. Man, Zhu Huang took a lot of damage there. You know what? Fuck it. You assholes are gonna turtle. I'm not holding Yue Jin and Gan Ning in reserve. I mean, there's no point. Okay, sir. I should have enough time that I shouldn't need to taking damage pretty quickly. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now it's on. Those white wave riders, the famous white horses of Gongxing Zan, are going to town on us now. Well, we had some ambushes and stuff going on there, it looks like. Alright, well, where you at, Lu Bu? Get that flying general attack. There's some damage. This is what I like to see. Oh, this isn't a game, folks. This is a slaughter. Iron Wall, Archer Barrage, Expertise. Wei Jin and Jiao Dun are gonna do their thing. And gate break. I want to inflict maximum damage on these guys too. I don't want a lot of their troops being able to withdraw. I know it sounds bloodthirsty, but this is how I'm going to be able to break Yuan Shao, I should say. Since that's his name. Well, we captured his main commander guy. That's good news for us, isn't it? At this point, I'm not even sure if I want to waste my inspiration policy. Kicking their asses here. Come on, Flying General. Increase attack? How about Flying General? Oh, damn it, I thought it was ready. Is he not in close enough? Oh, Yuan Shao is using a plan. This is probably Inspire. So I should probably actually back off. Let this run its course. What did we do? We lower our visibility? It's not really very big deal if that's all it did. No, they're gonna chase us down. They're not gonna let us run. Ah, fuck. That's one of their best tactics, so they didn't use it all that well. Why can't... Nobody can use any tactics, okay. That's probably what their tactic was that they used. Now he's over there. Yuan Shao is retaking something. That's... Man. I hope this thing wears off soon. You know what, maybe... No, I can't use my inspiration policy either. Okay, now this policy's worn off. Time for Flying General. Okay, so this has still been a slaughter. The UG's catapult unit needs to get out of here because if the catapult unit is destroyed, I lose the catapult permanently. Heavy blows struck. If we capture this guy, Tian Fang, because he did some damage to us for sure. Disappeared. What happened? I don't know, but I mean, you saw the officer corps I gathered here. I didn't even use my tactic, and this is not really my brilliant tactic so much as just the good officers I had by using Cao Cao. I inflicted mass casualties, and I really didn't take anything even close to what I inflicted on my opponents. So, see how I was annoyed by the way the last video went, but not really worried, I have to say. Get back up to 6, I'll use heavy blow one more time. Nobody's snuck back here. That would have been a nasty surprise if it suddenly happened. Oh, we killed one of his guys. Well, at least he died in the performance of his duty. That's pretty honorable and stuff, but he probably would have rather survived. We get there trying to make a difference, but we might as well have our siege weapons attacking this building. Since it appears that it's going to do a decent amount of damage to us before it goes down. Headquarter taken. Cao Cao, Yuan Shao. Goodness. Jianyu has been captured. Gao Gan retreated. Gongzong Fan retreated. Yuan Shao retreated. As you can see, we lost about 40,000 troops, and we... let's see here. Call that 30, call that... Yeah, we lost about 40,000. And, it's a little over 50. This is more like 70. We definitely, like, inflicted about 3 losses for everyone that, we took. And, that is not good news for them. Lu Bu is the man of the hour. And took over Fuyang. Let's check and see if they're going to attack on this turn. I doubt they will. Oh, I forgot to start researching something new. I lost a turn's worth of research. Or did I finish my research on this turn? Since this got better archers than ever. So map-wise, we're right back to where we started, but troop-wise, trading that city with me and taking that city and giving it right back has cost Yuan Shao a lot of troops. We finished our plunder policy. Jiao Chan has found the 5 summits, which is a treasure of some sort, I'm sure. Cao Cao's fool's errand wasn't such a fool's errand after all, as he was able to hire Dong Zhao. But Gongdu is not going to come work for us. Other things are happening as well. And it's time to save our game and end this video. So folks, things are looking up. When we come back, I'm going to check the food supply, but I don't see any particular reason to stop the pain train rolling on into Yuan Shao's home territories. I'm Serious JG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and hope you'll join me next time for more Commands 3 Kingdoms 12. Bye-bye.